Morning, all of you. In yesterday's class, we was in the concept that is isobaric process. And last expression we have learned this, that is work done in isobaric process. This is the last yesterday's concept we can say. So this we have learned yesterday. Work done in isobaric process. Work done in isobaric process. And that is what we got like this. Delta W is equal to N R delta T. This expression we have finished yesterday, right? So where N is number of moles, R is universal gas constant, and delta T is change in temperature. So let's see now ahead part, that is next point in this isothermal process. In isothermal process, see here. So next point, maybe sixth one. So this is the next point. You can see whatever it is. So using first law of thermodynamics, that is delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. Therefore, delta U is equal to what you are having is a formula NCV into delta T, where CV is specific heat at constant volume, and this is equal to N, and this CV value is R by gamma minus 1 into delta T, where this gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. This is the specific heat ratio. Okay. And delta W, already we have learned this. What we got? N R into delta T. Okay. This is delta U value. This is what? Delta W value. So let's substitute these two things in this. So what we are getting? Delta Q at constant pressure, because this is isobaric process. So in delta Q at constant pressure is equal to what we are getting. See, this delta U value is this N R by gamma minus 1 into delta T plus this delta W N R delta T. N R delta T. So this is equal to, if I am taking N common, okay, what I am doing, taking N common, and let's see what we are getting. So here, see, N common I have taken. Then what is left here? R, here it is. There also R, there also R. So R delta T also I am taking common. Wait. N R delta T common. What is left now? N R delta T I have taken common. Then it is left is what? 1 by gamma minus 1 this side, okay? And here it is plus 1. Shall I write again? Did you understand? Wait, again I am writing. So you see here, NR delta T I have taken common. So what is left? 1 by gamma minus 1 1 by gamma minus 1, and here it is plus 1. Okay. So now just to take LCM, what we are getting, see, n r delta t into bracket, its denominator is 1, 1 into 1 is 1, plus this 1 into this, so that directly I am getting gamma minus 1, and this into this I am getting gamma minus 1. Is that clear? Just I have taken LCM. This minus 1 and this plus 1 will get cancelled, and therefore I am getting here delta Q is equal to n r delta T into 1 by gamma minus 1. So in this isobaric process, which is at constant pressure, I am getting this one. How you are getting? This gamma is there, no, not 1. Gamma is left here, okay? Gamma is here. So gamma by gamma minus 1. And therefore I'm getting like this n, then this is r gamma by gamma minus 1 into delta t. Okay. N r gamma by gamma minus 1 into delta t. This gamma is left here, okay? Keep it in mind. And so this r by gamma minus 1, you can see here, r by gamma minus 1 is CV. So therefore delta Q at constant pressure is equal to, I am writing like this, n r by gamma minus 1, okay, into gamma into delta T. So you know what you know, CV is equal to r by gamma minus 1. So you can substitute here. So delta Q at constant pressure is equal to n CV into gamma into delta T. But you know gamma is equal to Cp by Cv, and therefore Cp is equal to gamma into Cv. See here, see this expression. Can you see this one? Gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. So Cp is equal to gamma into Cv, and therefore delta Q at constant pressure is equal to n Cp delta T. This is what your required expression for delta Q in the isothermal process, isobaric process, not isothermal, isobaric process. Okay. So in isobaric process, using delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. First delta U value we have substituted, and then delta W, which we got already, and then just we have added. Yes, here you don't know this, delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W, right? And then delta Q at constant pressure nr by gamma minus 1 into delta T plus nr into delta T, and therefore nr delta T into 1 by gamma minus 1 plus 1 by 1, and therefore this one is the expression we got for delta Q, that is at constant pressure. Please go through this, and if you have any doubt you can ask me, call me. Don't forget, call me. Pause the video and call me there. Got it? Okay, next. Let's move ahead. Now, next one. What are the examples of isobaric process? Generally, what we are or where we are using this, all these processes we can say. Okay. So what are the examples of this isobaric process? So let's see. So what is that? Examples of isobaric process. What are the examples? Let's see. So see here, all state changes. What is the line? Listen. All state change, all state changes occurs at constant temperature and pressure. Occurs at constant temperature and pressure. All state changes occurs at constant temperature and pressure. Okay. So let's see some examples. Okay. So first example I'm taking, that is boiling of water. What I'm taking? Boiling of water. Now in this boiling of water, how pressure is going to be remain constant? Okay, let's see. So here, see this side. Let us suppose this is a water. Can you see what is this? Water. What is this? Water. Okay, and this water is going to convert into steam. How it is going to convert into steam? So this is a vapor. Can you see? This is a vapors. These zigzag arrows, these are nothing but vapors. Okay. So here I am writing it as a water. This is a water, and this one is going to convert into vapors. Okay. Now, in this case, what happens? Water turns into vapors. Okay. Water is getting converted into vapors. Next, temperature remains constant, but volume will increase. है ना? Temperature remains constant. Why temperature remains constant? Because see, we are talking about state change. Listen carefully this sentence. We are talking about state change, means 100-degree water and then 100-degree steam. Okay. So then there is no temperature change. You will think that, sir, my water is at 30 degrees Celsius and then it is getting converted into vapor. So the temperature will change. Don't consider that state. Boiling of water means boiling taking place at 100-degree and vapors are also at 100-degree. That case I am talking about. So that's why here temperature is constant. Okay. Now, will volume increase? Yes, definitely. Volume increases. Okay. Volume will increase. So when boiling of water taking place, water is going to convert into vapors, temperature remains constant and volume increases. So what is happening here? And we are supplying some heat. So how we are using that heat here? So see here, a part of heat supplied, is used to change volume. Agree? To change volume. What is this? Expansion. Is that clear? What is that? Expansion. A part of heat supplied is used to change volume, that is expansion. Yes, right? So here some part of heat is used to change in volume of that boiled water. Definitely there is change in volume because it is going to convert into vapors. Gas molecules will little bit go away, and that's why volume will be more. Yes, increases. Expansion. But against what? Against external pressure. Okay, heat is supplied to you, is used to change volume. Expansion against external pressure, that is obviously if it is open atmospheric pressure, against space and then you write external. Okay, against external pressure, and remaining part is used, and remaining part is used to increase its internal or its potential energy, we can say, to increase its potential energy, to increase its potential energy, to increase its potential energy. And what remains same? Ke remains same. Keep it in mind. Ke remains same in this case. Okay. So now here what happens? Only volume is changing. So here state change is taking place, right? Heat supplied is going to use. So how you will get the equation? Let's see ahead. So now from first law of thermodynamics, from delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. Yes or not? Delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. Delta Q is what? Supplied heat. Delta U is what? Internal energy. Delta W is what? Work done. So delta Q is what here? There is a state change. There is a state change. 100 degrees Celsius water to 100 degrees steam. So what you are getting from calorimetry, ML is equal to delta U is what? Delta U only. Delta U here and plus this delta W is what? P into Vf minus Vi. Yes, and this is what the expression you are getting, or you can say this is a form of the first law of thermodynamics when boiling of water takes place. Boiling of water, and in that also 100-degree water at 100-degree steam. Conversion, state change, only state change. Clear? Okay, another example. Another example. So this one is first example, that is boiling of water. So I am taking another example. Let's take this second example, that is freezing of water. What is that? Freezing of water. Freezing of water. Freezing of water. So first, how water converts into ice. Yes, this is the first thing. Water converts into ice. Okay. Next one. Temperature remains constant because 0 degree water to 0 degree ice. Hai na? So second line is what? Temperature remains constant. Temperature is constant. Next one. Volume. Volume, what happens? Volume here. Volume again increases. Volume increases. Volume increases in this freezing also. So see here what happens. In this case, whatever heat we are given by water itself, means given out by water itself, है ना? Heat is given by water itself. There is no external heat. Keep it in mind. Heat is given by water itself. I am writing. Itself means heat is lost by water. It is used. It is used to do work against. It is used to do work against. It is used to do work against external atmospheric pressure. External atmospheric pressure. And to decrease internal potential energy. To decrease internal potential energy. Sir, this internal potential energy is what, sir, and why we are getting this internal potential energy? So already in the internal energy concept, I told you the kinetic energy and potential energy. Potential energy is because of molecular structure, we can say, or molecules alignment. Because of that alignment, whatever energy you are getting, that is what in potential energy. And here, when water is going to convert into ice, then internal energy decreases. Internal potential energy decreases. Okay, kinetic energy remains same, we can say. In the previous case, when boiling of water was there, their internal energy was increasing. Here it is decreasing. Internal energy decreases here. Okay, so see here again now from first law of thermodynamics, from delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. Now here heat is given out. Heat is given out. That's why minus M into L is equal to, because this is minus delta U is what here? Delta U only, plus P into Vf minus Vi. This is what the concept here. Understand? So what is these two examples we have learned in this isobaric process? Try to understand and just revise this. Very simple. One more time you listen this. Okay, very small concept. That is what how it is work done and how we are going to find delta U and all these things. Delta U is NCVDT, that is NR gamma minus 1 into delta T. Delta Q, that is NCPDT, how I have derived this, right? And then examples of isobaric process. Okay, what is this? Examples of isobaric process. This is what boiling of water. In boiling of water, what happens? Okay, in boiling of water, what happens? Next is in freezing of water, what happens? In freezing of water, what happens? Just see this. Okay, note down carefully. Okay, so this we have finished today, this isobaric process. So in tomorrow's class, I will tell you this CP-CV relations. Okay, this how you got particularly this this derivation. Yes, this CV is equal to this is what. Then this gamma is equal to CP by CV. This all we will discuss so that in next class we will continue the CPCV and isothermal process, so that in one class complete isothermal process will finish, as well as the CPCV relations also we will try to finish, or either one. At least CPCV is what, R is what, gamma is what, that part we will finish tomorrow, so that you will understand this all part again. Okay, right? So today we will stop here. Okay, tomorrow we will continue. Okay, bye.